In this video, I am going to explain the working of a multi-stage air compressor. In multi-stage air compressor, the air is compressed from low pressure to the delivery pressure in more than one cylinder. And providing the intercooler between the two cylinders, the final temperature, that is the temperature of delivery air, can be reduced, and also the power consumed by the compressor can be reduced. See, with this diagram, I will explain the multi-stage air compressor. So this is the LP cylinder. So here the air enters into the cylinder with pressure P1 and volume V1 and temperature T1. So after compression, its pressure will be increased to P2 and temperature will be increased to T2 and volume will be decreased to V2. At pressure P2 and temperature T2 and volume V2, the air enters into the intercooler. So this intercooler will reduce the temperature of the air coming out of the LP cylinder to the initial temperature, so that the air coming out of the intercooler, it is the pressure is P2 dash and the volume is V2 dash and temperature is T2 dash. So P2 dash, it will be constant because the cooling process takes place at constant pressure. So T2 dash, so the temperature will be reduced to the initial temperature. Hence, the T2 dash is equal to T1. We know that the temperature is directly proportional to volume at constant pressure. Hence, when the temperature is decreased, the volume also decreases, and hence V2 dash is less than V2. So at pressure P2 dash, V2 dash and T2 dash, the air enters into the second cylinder, that is the high pressure cylinder. So since the volume of the air is already less before it entering into the compressor cylinder, so that with less work done, the pressure can be increased from intermediate pressure to the final pressure, that is the delivery pressure. Whereas in LP cylinder, the pressure increase, that is from low pressure to the intermediate pressure. P2 here, P2 is the intermediate pressure, P1 is the initial pressure, and P3 is the delivery pressure. With an example, I can explain how the power consumed can be reduced. Here I am considering the rise of pressure, it will be around 10 bar. So in the first cylinder, the pressure of air increased from 1 bar to the 6 bar. So the pressure increase is 5 bar. So this cylinder consumes 5 kilowatt. Assume that the cylinder is consumed 5 kilowatt. So next, assuming there is no intercooler, the air enters the second cylinder at 6 bar pressure. So here its pressure will be increased to 11 bar. Again it is 5 bar pressure is increased. So that the second cylinder also, it consumes 5 kilowatts. So total it is 10 kilowatts. Now I am providing the perfect intercooler between the two cylinders. So in the first cylinder, the air pressure is increased from 1 bar to 6 bar, so that the power consumed is 5 bar. So and then at 6 bar, the air, it enters the intercooler where its temperature will be reduced to the initial temperature at constant pressure, so that its volume will be decreased. So at the less volume and the pressure 6 bar, it enters the HP cylinder, where with the pressure is increased from 6 bar to the 11 bar with the less work done, because the volume of the air before it enters into the cylinder, it is already reduced, say around 3 kilowatt. So total it is 8 kilowatt. So if there is no intercooler, it would be around 10 kilowatt. So with providing the intercooler, the power consumption, it is 8 kilowatt. So that with the multi-stage air compressor, providing the intercooler, we can reduce the power consumed by the compressor. And what are the advantages? the temperature of the delivery air is low. That is, the air leaving the compressor at low temperature compared to the compressor without intercooler. And the power consumed by the multi-stage compressor with intercooler is less. I have already explained it. It has a better mechanical balance because if the single cylinder, the single stage means the size of the cylinder will be more and the balancing problem will be there. If we have the multi-stage, the size of the cylinders will be reduced and hence the mechanical balance will be better. The pressure range is kept within desirable limits so that the temperature rise will be reduced and hence the lubrication will be more effective. The volumetric efficiency will be improved. So because the air after compression, it will get less pressure in the clearance volume so that during the next suction stroke it occupies the less volume of the swept volume and hence the effective swept volume will be increased and hence the volumetric efficiency will be improved. And it has the less vibration, requires light foundation. So since the size of the cylinders will be less, so vibration will be less and hence it requires light foundation. And disadvantage is only the initial cost. It is more expensive compared to the single stage of same capacity. Condition for minimum work in a two-stage compressor with perfect intercooler. So considering the two-stage compressor, neglecting the clearance and providing the perfect intercooler in between the two cylinders. And this is the PV diagram. So I'm going to explain the working of two-stage compressor with this PV diagram, providing the perfect intercooler. And I'm going to derive what is the condition for the minimum work by the compressor. See, this volume. V1 volume is entered into the LP cylinder, and after it is compressed, the volume it becomes V2. So that at V2 volume, it enters the intercooler here, so that its temperature will be decreased. That is T2 dash is equal to T1 initial temperature. So the volume is reduced since the cooling takes place at constant pressure. The volume will be reduced. That is from V2 to V2 dash. It is reduced from V2 to V2 dash. So V2 dash volume, it enters the second cylinder where it is compressed to the V3 volume. So V3 volume. So this is the PV diagram for the two-stage compressor with perfect intercooler. See here, if there is no intercooler, see that the volume V1 is compressed to the volume V2. So the volume V2, it enters the second cylinder and it is compressed to the volume V3 double dash. So that's why by providing the intercooler, so in the intercooler itself, the volume is reduced from V2 to V2 dash. Hence, with less volume, it enters the HP cylinder and it is compressed to the V3. See here, the area represents the work done. So LP cylinder, the work done in LP cylinder, it represents the area 1, 2, 5, 6, 1. And 2, 3 double dash 4, 5, 2, this area is represents the work done in HP cylinder without intercooler. If we consider the intercooler, the work done when the LP cylinder is 1, 2, 5, 6, 1. And with intercooler, the work done in the HP cylinder is 2 dash 3, 4, 5, 2 dash. See here, this much area is reduced. It means what? The amount of work done is reduced. It is nothing but this much of power consumed by the compressor can be reduced. So we can write the equation for two-stage compressor without intercooler. See, W, that is the work done per cycle, is equal to work done per cycle is equal to area 1 2561. This is the work done in LP cylinder plus area 23452. This is the without intercooler it is. This is the 2323 double dash. This is only I have written 3 here. You just make correction here. 23 double dash 452. So this is the area of LP cylinder. So this can be written as n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 plus n divided by n minus 1 into P2 V2 into P3 double dash divided by P2 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1. Equation 1, it gives the work done per cycle of two-stage compressor without intercooler. If we consider the intercooler, so if you consider the intercooler, the area work done per cycle is equal to area 12-561 plus area 2-3452 dash. The area is 2-3-32 dash is reduced. Hence, work done with intercooler is minimum. Process 1-2 dash is we can consider it as isothermal process. Why it can be considered the isothermal process? Please see that. So after intercooler, the volume is reduced from V2 to V2 dash. So at point 1 is T1 temperature. At point 2 dash, that is T2 dash, it is equal to T1. Hence, at point 1 and 2 dash, the temperature is same. If you consider 1, 2 dash, it can be considered as the isothermal process, isothermal compression, because the temperature at point 1 and 2 dash is same. So we can write the equation for this intercooler. So work done per cycle is equal to n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 plus n divided by n minus 1 P2 dash V2 dash, it is the initial point it is, into P3 by P2 dash whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1. So here I am n divided by n minus 1. Here it is the P3, P2 dash is equal to P2. So we can write P3 by P2. So it is P2 dash V2 dash is equal to P1 V1 because it is considered as the isothermal process. PV is equal to constant. Hence P2 dash V2 dash is equal to P1 V1. So here in the both the equation we can take the common n divided by n minus 1 into P1 V1. I am going to take the common P1 V1 into, in bracket it is P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n plus P3 by P2 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 and minus 1 minus 2. So, and in this equation 3, the minimum work, for minimum work, this P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n plus P3 by P2 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n, this value must be minimum because in this equation only P2 is the variable, intermediate pressure it is. Only P2 is the variable, other all the things are constant. Hence, so we differentiate this equation P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n plus P3 by P2 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n with respect to P2 and equate it to 0. See, I have written here. So I am differentiating this value with respect to P2 and equate it to 0. This is simple differentiation. So at last we are going to obtain it is P2 square is equal to P1 into P3. This can be written as P2 is equal to root P1 into P3. So P2 square we can write P2 into P2. So this can be written as, if we write P2 into P2, we can write P2 divided by P1 is equal to P3 divided by P2. So hence P2 by P1 is equal to P3 by P2. This is the equation number 4. So work done per cycle we know that it is equal to n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into P2 by P1 whole to the power of n plus n minus 1 divided by n plus. So P3 by P2, instead of P3 here P3 by P2 is equal to P2 by P1. So P2 by P1 I am going to substitute whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 2. So this is there are two P2 by P1 plus P2 by P1. There are two P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n. That's why I am going to take the 2 as common outside. Hence 2 into n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into in the bracket it is P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1 because 2 I have taken outside. So here in this equation P2 we know that it is root P1 into P3. That can be written as P1 into P3 whole to the power of 1 by 2 divided by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1. So this can be written as 2 into n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into P3 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. This is the equation 6. So equation number 5, it is the minimum work. It is the minimum work for two-stage compressor providing the perfect intercooler with the intermediate pressure and initial pressure. And the equation number 6 is the expression for minimum work done per cycle for two-stage compressor providing the perfect intercooler in terms of delivery pressure and initial pressure. This is the equation. So for x number of stages, so this is only for two stages. Hence, for x number of stages, we can write x into n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into, so here P into x plus 1 divided by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by 2n. Sorry, I have not written here 2. So please make it correction. It is 2n. n minus 1 divided by 2n minus 1. So we can determine the pressure ratio in x number of stages. X number of stages. See, in first cylinder the pressure ratio is P2 by P1. Second cylinder it is P3 by P2. Third cylinder it is P4 by P3. Fourth cylinder it is P5 divided by P4. So that it is up to here for x cylinder, x number of stages. It is P of x plus 1 divided by Px. It is equal to Z. So if you consider the ideal compressor, the pressure ratio in each cylinder or each stage, it will be constant. That I am going to take it as the Z. So we can find out the Z value like this. So Z is equal to P2 intermediate pressure. We can find out the intermediate pressures like this. P2 is equal to Z into P1 we can write. So P3 is equal to, we know that Z into P2, but P2 is equal to ZP1, hence Z square P1. If you substitute the P2 value, it becomes Z square P1. So in the similar manner, P4 is equal to Z cube P1. So for x number of stages, that is P of x plus 1 is equal to Z to the power of x into P1. I want Z. Z to the power of x is equal to P of x plus 1 divided by P1. Z is equal to P of x plus 1 divided by P1 whole to the power of 1 by x. So finding the value of Z, we can find out the intermediate pressures in all the cylinders. So that we can write the equation, we can find out the work done per cycle, that is equal to x into n divided by n minus 1 P1 V1 into P2 by P1 whole to the power of n minus 1 divided by n minus 1. This equation for the ideal compressor for x number of stages. This equation for the ideal compressor for x number of stages. Because in ideal compressor, pressure ratio will be same. That is P2 by P1 is equal to P3 by P2, that is equal to P4 by P3 like that. So this is about the multi-stage compressor.